Okay, hello everybody. I don't know why I'm doing this, but drawing stream, why not? So let's just go to IBS PaintX. And here's my recent drawing. Now, if you're wondering, this is not Mickey Mouse, alright? A lot of people think this is Mickey Mouse, but this is actually Mike Rat. Yeah. I'm just... So, I have this idea, right? Oh. Hello, Damari. So I have an idea. I am going to draw an asteroid falling into the moon. And not falling into the moon, falling into the sun. But it's not just going to be like that, because that would be a little bit too easy. Instead, I'm going to draw a shed on top of the asteroid. Let's get started. So make this transparent like I always do. Hold up, let me pause. Alright, I'm back. So I go to this place, best place for anything realistic, because I could draw myself, but it's not really entertaining. I mean, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit more of a long time than I would want it to when I'm drawing it, so... Oop, new comment. What up? Hello. So, alright, we have all these things. Let's see if I can find the sun, because that's going to take too long for me to draw, and I don't want to take that long for drawing anything. I mean, I know there's a moon, but that's not what I'm looking for. I might have to draw my own sun, but that's fine. No. This one kind of looks like a sun, just change it up a little bit, but I'm done with this. Goodbye. I will make just a simple sun. It's not going to be really detailed. Okay, make this boy really big. Hey man, I did not tell you to draw. I'm not trying to draw right now. Get that circle ruler all big. Alright. And now... Oh. We turn this yellow and get this to max. Most definitely. Just get that in there. Now the sun is not going to be like completely, you know, like that, but so let's add some orange, maybe a bit of red orange, just make it subtle like this. Add a bit of red. There we go. That's a horrible looking sun, but still pays off. Now you go bye-bye, circle ruler. Alright. Now, let's see if I can go into materials to see already drawn things like asteroids. So, I don't have to draw it because I'm lazy. So, I'm gonna search up asteroid. Oh. You know what? Here, What? That works. That works alright. Now. I mean, yeah, it does look like it's burning into the sun, but the sun looks like very small compared to the asteroid. I don't really want the burning effect. Maybe I can just do a selection layer. Okay, this is gonna take a while, so. Oh. Whoa, this is why doing a selection layer is horrible. Wait, no, it's still alright. It just hurts my eyes looking at it in this view instead of looking at the selection layer. Yeah, it looks like I've got a lot of the asteroid. Still not all of it though, but do. Wow, that is most of the asteroid. I thought we worse than this, because usually when I do a selection layer in this view, it always just selects the rest of the background instead of just the asteroid. I like this layer instead because it's more visually appealing. Also, new comment. This is IBS Paint, if you are wondering what app I'm using. So, IBS... I mean, I call it IBS Paint, but it's really IBIS Paint. It's just a habit of mine, just calling it IBIS Paint. Just get these tiny little spots. I'm going to do this idea, except when I have more time, and it will be more hand-drawn than having like already drawn materials from the IBS library. But since I don't really have that much time for this drawing, I'm going lazy mode on this one. I got most of it, but I'm just going to change. I'm not watching an ad. Digital pen. That's... whoops. That did not happen. Subtract. There we go. I told you that didn't happen. I can just, use the brush for that. It's no big deal. The reason why I did a magic wand for that is because, was going in the fiery area, so I know you might be confused on what I'm doing, but I'm selecting all of the parts of the meteor that I want, and then I'm going to invert the selection area, so instead everything outside the meteor gets erased, except for the sun, because that's not on the same layer. So the sun is good. Subtraction layer. There we go. Okay, now all of the asteroid is selected. Woohoo. We go back to the original. Whoa. We do not want that. Let me just get rid of that real quick. Also, I don't want you either. You're unwanted. Go back to the orphanage. Okay, there we go. I've got all of the asteroid. Now I go to this square thing, invert selection area. Now it's outside of the asteroid. It's pretty cool. I'm just going to erase parts in the selection in the asteroid because you see these lines. Well, some parts of the asteroid is selected and I do not want that. So instead of erasing the whole entire selection, just going to erase all the parts where it is selected, and I don't want it to be whoa. Looks like there's a problem. It recognized that as part of the asteroid instead, but it's whatever. Alright, we got that, and now we get our big eraser out. Actually, I'm gonna use a different eraser because 260, it's a big size, ayo. But anyway, it's a big size, but I need a bigger size. Now, what about Japanese pen? Whoa, okay, yeah, this is the perfect pen for this. Just erase all of this fiery stuff, and boom, we have just the asteroid. Now we erase all of the selection, and now I flip this. You know why? Because it's there's lighting being inflicted on the asteroid from the sun. So we want the lighting to be facing the sun because that's where the lighting is coming from. So now that's out of the way. This looks way too 2D for something like this, so I'm going to apply some filters to this. Blurs, draws, wait, style, there we go. Relief is the best one for shading, where you can just let a filter do the shading for you, and you don't even have to do anything. I'm going to change this highlight to yellow, because, well, the sun looks yellow. But fun fact, the sun is actually white. It's just the way that the rays of light are going through the earth that it looks yellow instead of white. But that's just a little fun fact. Off with the sciencey nonsense. You're watching me making a drawing. I'm just going to make this more reddish. Okay, I'm actually going to change this back to like gray because, well, not sure if there's any orange asteroids around, but I don't know, maybe there is, maybe there's not. I'm assuming not, so that's why I'm turning it gray again. Highlight size, maybe turn it down a little, like 28%. Height, yeah, I'm going to keep this at 100%. I think this looks alright. I'm looking for something that's going to make it less 2D because the lighting was already good. This God rays looks cool, but this is not what I'm looking for. So maybe I go here. There's so many filters, it's crazy. Bloom is a pretty cool filter for lighting also. I mean, come on, look at that. Isn't that just cool? But you can't see any of the detail. So, whoa, I did not click on 100. maybe just, I think 2 to 3 is a reasonable area. 2. Radius, maybe turn it down a little. Brightness, I'm turning it up to 100. Balance, 100. And cross filter, also pretty good for lighting, except it's more like really shining. Like if you got something like really shining and you don't want to use the bloom filter, this is a good thing for you. Cross filter, you just, yeah. Okay, I add that, and that's pretty cool. But I'm feeling this is still too 2D, so it's time for manual shadows. Okay, so we go to this layer, select opacity. Now what does that do? Well, it selects all of the layer. Literally all of the layer. Maybe it's not so good that I added filters, because now the selection is appearing to be way bigger than it should. So, that's a problem. Big problem, actually. But I'll try to erase everything I don't need on the selection layer. Like these shines, like I don't need the shines at all, because I'm doing shading on the asteroid and not the, whoa. I accidentally erased some of the asteroid. That was not good. I'm not going to use an eraser for this. I'm just going to subtract my magical wand. They call this the magic wand for a reason. It's really helpful. There we are, we got most of the rays out. Just going to use our helpful erasal tool. Erasal? What is going on with my speech right now? It's eraser, not erasal. Anyway, just erase some of these spots that we don't need. Gotta be really careful not to erase the asteroid, and there we go, we got an asteroid again. Oops, looks like I forgot some spots. Dang it. Wait. I'm going to go back over here to the selection layer. I don't see any of the spots, but yeah, I'm going to erase what's supposedly there, even though I can't see it at all. And that's good enough. Now, why I did all of that selection layer and stuff is because, boom, shadows. Now, I'm going to add the shadows on top, just because the light source is coming from down below. Adding some white, because there's not already too much white. I mean, come on, that's so much white. I don't know what else to do. But I think that's it for the asteroid part. Now, we just put that onto the normal asteroid layer. Now, make a new layer, and do some stuff. First of all, I'm going to change the height of this, maybe. I don't know, it just feels too tiny to fit a shed on top of an asteroid. Or I could, just move the asteroid down, but you know what? Yeah, it would be more efficient for me to do that. So, you know what's strange in IBS? IBIS Paint X? It's that when you do minus in translation Y or X, it just goes up, and then positive numbers go down, negative numbers go up. It's strange. And I don't really like it, but it's fine anyway. It's cutting off some of the effect, but I mean, it's alright. Just a tiny little effect. Which layer am I on again? Okay, we go on this third layer. Building sketches. I'm gonna see if there's a shed illustration that I can steal. I mean borrow. Totally not stealing illustrations or anything. But I mean, it's made by IBIS Paint people. The people who make this program, actually, so it shouldn't really matter since they're willing to give their art up. Basically giving their art up for sale and for anyone to use it. Looks like there's not really anything for me to do, so I get to make my own shed, which I love doing. So first off, I make a square. I go to here, rectangle tool. I'm not going to use the airbrush brush. Wow, 2 brushes in 1 sentence. Anyway, I'm not going to use the airbrush because I'm going to be drawing the square and it looks horrible with the airbrush. Like, this is the square with a normal brush and airbrush. It just has like a fade on the edges, but I don't really want that. So, digital pen it is. Here's my square. Now I go to the, not transform, I go to the filter, and then I go to style. That's where all my favorite filters are. Like, this one makes it glow. I use that for a lot of my art. But, I am using it extrude. So, it makes the drawing 3D, but I can't really change the position of, wait, I can. Okay, depth makes it, well, bigger, and this is the lighting. Now color, I'm going to change it to red or something. It doesn't really matter in the end since I'm going to change the textures anyway. There we go, we have a nice environment color, maybe just keep it a red or something. And there we go, we have a black and red box. But how is that a shed, you might ask? Well, it's time to make a new layer because we're not keeping the shed. So I'm going to get our magical wand. Let's just hide these layers for now, just so it doesn't mess up with our selections. It's because when you select something, it selects every layer, the selection tool, it sees like the color and or the similarity of the color and selects all of that. Does that make sense? So if it's black and it's some patch is gray, it's still going to select that. I mean, unless if the grays are like really distinct from the black, then it's going to be selected. But the asteroid had a dark part and this is black, so I had to hide that in order that it was not selected. The layer is still here though, but I go into materials and scroll down, and there we go, bricks and tiles. Brick red, red brick, brick brown. I'm not using that. I'm going to use some wood. This is wooden floor though. That's for floors instead of, well, I'm just going to use a normal pattern then. I hate it when I have to do this because there's so many patterns. Where is this green? Is that seriously it? I think I would just use green then. I mean, that looks kind of like wood, but flooring. Okay, yeah, this green is definitely wood. I mean, come on, you can't tell me otherwise. Well, it doesn't matter anyway because I'm going to make this texture like, maybe not the smallest, but not a big size. There we go, check mark. There we go, green texture. Airbrush time. Just, whoa, I'm still on my square tool, go up. Okay, here we go. Do this. Do it on the corner, maybe a little bit on the side. And I don't know, maybe add a little dot stuff. That's alright, yeah. Don't stop selecting, and now we get our magic wand again. And boom, we have a corner. This is a really long stream, but anyway, I'm just gonna go selection layer. Now, we only want it to select it to like the edge. Whoa, way too big. It can't be big when I'm demonstrating eraser. Anyway, so we want it to be to this edge, right? It's like, yeah, I can't draw straight lines, but so I'm just going to get this corner. There we go, and it's time for the eraser. What is that? Whatever. There we go. Perfect selection. Absolutely perfect selection. Wait, what? That deleted. Yeah, wait, what? Oh, yeah, because. Okay, so I'm going to get the same material. Oh. Did I do grade 6 or grade 5? Wait, history? Grade 5. Thank God there's a history, because if there wasn't... Okay. So I'm going to stretch this out to match the walls. Just so the walls don't look... Whoa. Oh. weird because it looks less realistic when the walls, the texture doesn't match the actual wall. Yeah, I think this matches it. And now we get our airbrush again. It's a little bit too small for this, so there we go. Get it on the corners, a little bit on the side, a little bit on this side. I don't know why I'm just adding a little dot in there, but I add it there. And now add this lighting. And now the side 2 is done. Now whoa, what happened there? Just new layer. Actually, I don't need to make a new layer because it already makes a new layer for the texture. But anyway, I get magic wand, select that, and grade 5. There we go. Perspective form, just so the texture doesn't look all wacky. Make it bigger than the actual side first, just so it's not as completely big as the side, so I don't have to worry about it not fitting inside of the shape. And also the material just repeats itself, and I don't know why, but I don't want that. I added that, and this layer is going to be mostly highlight because the light source is coming from here. Now, in my mind, I feel like I'm dumb because my original plan was to put it on top of the part where the asteroid is not hitting the sun, but since the lighting source is coming from the sun, I'm actually putting it on the bottom instead. So we have that lighting, shading, a little bit of it, tiny bit more of lighting, and then yeah, there we go. Now we don't need this black and red box anymore, so goodbye. There we go. Now we have all of our stuff. This doesn't really look like a shed right now, so I'm just going to speed run this. Okay. Maybe not the music because my voice. It's not like my voice is dead or something, but I don't know. I should have made that on a new layer. Hold on. No. There we go. Stretch it out. Perspective form. Boom. 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 Find out the scale factor of this I'm just kidding. No math on my channel. Woohoo. Filter. Do the extrude parallel thing. We also have a red thing. Yeah. This is such a tiny side. But whatever. Select. Boom. There we go. Now I'm not going to use the same material just because why not. Flooring, I'm not sure about that. Why would I use a towel? Okay, I'm just gonna use the flooring. Oh, 5 comments. Yeah, it does look pretty cool. So we do this. Now I must make the points match the triangle. Uh-oh. I moved it on accident, but I mean, it's alright. Boom, there we have this. The perspective looks kind of weird, but I'm just gonna keep it anyway because I'm too lazy to change it. Looks like I'm still using that tool. And I'm still using this digital pen instead. Do this instead. There we go. First side and probably, I don't know, 1 out of 2 because this side is super small, so I'm not going to do it anything. Do it. There we go, magic wand. There we go, we have our side and we just do the same thing for what we did with the triangle side, except this is a square side, so it's, well, not technically a square, more like a rhombus or something. Did I seriously move it? Ugh, I hate it when I do that. Also, I think I'm hungry, but I forgot I still have food. Yeah. Okay, I don't know if it's just me, but that side is looking dark. Not in a racist way, not in a racist way, but maybe just lay off the shadows a little bit. Like, yeah, this is alright. And I ruined it. Boop, boop. There we go. I unruined it. And now we have a somewhat 3D triangle. We don't need this base anymore. And then I'm just going to move this shed so I can actually fit this onto the shed. I mean, it's too long. Thinks that's good. Do that perspective form. Looks like I did this a bit wrong. It's fine. I forgot I have mesh form. Something I rarely use, and yet is super helpful. This is a little bit bent. And I'm just going to keep the whole entire thing bent because that looks kind of funny, but I don't know, for some reason it's kind of looks cool. It's like an elf hat on top of like a room. I mean, I would live in that, but I don't know about you, but I would live in that. Okay, go down to the shed, and now we have this. Now I do a flippy doopy on this guy. Flippy doopy, I don't know why I said that, but that's what I'm calling it. Now, this does not look like it's one with the asteroid, or even going into the sun. So, filter time. Relief. And I'm going to do this airbrush. And that's kind of, well, I'm going to turn down the opacity so it actually blends in better. So now it actually looks like it's going into the sun. And while I'm at it, I should add another filter. Just color instead though. I'm gonna keep the hue. The hue is already good. It's just the lightness. Lightness. Maybe turn it down a little, like. I think brightness and contrast would be better at the job. I don't want a contrast. That's way too much contrast. That's a weird looking shed, but I mean, for my standards, it's actually pretty cool. I mean, I would pay like $100 at least for that house. And this is a way to see through. I mean, I can see, like, I can see the border between, yeah. So, yeah, this is alright. Like, I would live in that shed. You know why? Because when people ask for my address, I tell them I live here, they come here, and they look at me with a weird face when I come out of this house. Because it looks so weird. That's cool. So I'm going to end the stream now. Whoa. Snow